Failure is not the end. Life is a journey. On this journey, we face many roads, many doors, and many choices. Sometimes, the road is smooth, and everything feels easy. But sometimes, the road is full of stones and holes. We try to move forward, but we fall. We try to open a door, but it is locked. We try to reach a goal, but we fail. Failure is something that everyone meets. No person in the world can escape it. Children fail when they learn to walk. Students fail when they try to solve a hard problem. Workers fail when they make mistakes at their jobs. Even the greatest people in history failed many times. But here is the truth. Failure is not the end. Failure is only a step. It is a lesson. It is part of the journey. If you keep walking after failure, you will grow stronger. If you stop because of failure, you will never reach your dream. What is failure? Failure means not getting what you want. It means trying something and not succeeding. For example, you want to pass an exam, but you do not get enough marks. You want to win a game, but you lose. You want to start a business, but it does not work. You want to make someone happy, but you make a mistake. All these things are failure. But failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher. Why people fear failure? Many people are afraid of failure. They think failure means they are weak, stupid, or unlucky. They feel shame when they fail. They do not want others to see their mistakes. So they stop trying new things. They choose the safe road. But this is dangerous. If you fear failure too much, you will not grow. You will not learn. You will not live fully. You will only repeat the same life every day. Remember, failure does not mean you are a loser. Failure only means you are learning. Failure is a teacher. Think about a baby learning to walk. The baby falls many times. If the baby thinks, "I fell, I am bad, I will never walk," then the baby will never walk. But the baby does not think like that. The baby falls, then stands up again. After many tries, the baby can walk. This is the same for adults. Every time you fail, you learn something. You learn what does not work. You learn to try again in a new way. You learn to be stronger. Great inventors, scientists, leaders, and artists all failed. But they learned from failure. That is why they became great. Stories of famous failures. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, failed more than 0 times. But he said, "I did not fail. I only found 0 ways that do not work." Because he did not stop, he finally succeeded. Walt Disney, the creator of Disney movies and theme parks, was once fired from a job. His boss told him, "You are not creative enough." But he did not give up. He kept dreaming and working. Today, Disney is known all over the world. Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player, was cut from his high school team. His coach thought he was not good enough. But Jordan trained harder. Later, he became one of the greatest players in history. These stories show us failure is not the end. Failure is the beginning of success. How to look at failure? When you fail, you can see it in 2 ways. Negative way. You say, "I am not good. I cannot do this. I give up." Positive way. You say, "This is a lesson. I can try again. I can do better." The second way is the way of growth. Always choose to learn from failure. Small failures, big lessons. Not all failures are big. Sometimes they are very small. Maybe you cook a meal and it tastes bad. Maybe you try to fix something and it breaks more. Maybe you talk to someone and they do not understand you. These are small failures. But even small failures can teach you something. You can learn a new recipe. You can learn a new way to fix things. You can learn to speak more clearly. If you pay attention, every failure is a chance to grow. Failure builds strength. When you go to the gym, you lift heavy weights. At first, your muscles hurt. You cannot lift much. But if you keep training, your muscles grow strong. Failure is like lifting weights for your mind and heart. Each failure makes you stronger inside. Each mistake gives you power to stand up again. Without failure, you cannot grow strong. Failure and success work together. People often think success is the opposite of failure, but that is not true. Success and failure are part of the same road. You cannot reach success without walking through failure. Failure is the soil where the seeds of success grow. Every great success story has many small failures behind it. Do not compare yourself. When you fail, you may look at others and feel sad. You may think, they succeed. I fail. I am not good enough. But remember, you see their success, not their failures. Behind every success you see, there are many failures you do not see. Do not compare your journey to others. Focus on your own path. How to use failure. Here are simple steps to turn failure into success. 1. Accept it. Do not hide from it. Everyone fails. It is normal. 2. Ask why. Think about what went wrong. 3. Learn the lesson. Find what you can change next time. 4. Try again. Do not stop. Use the lesson and move forward. 5. Stay positive. Believe that the future can be better. A story about a young man. There was once a young man who wanted to be a writer. He wrote a book and sent it to many publishers. But every publisher said no. He failed again and again. He wanted to give up, but he remembered, failure is not the end, so he kept writing. After many years, one publisher finally said yes. His book became famous. If he had stopped at the first failure, nobody would know his name. But because he continued, he found success. Failure is a step, not a wall. Imagine climbing a mountain. Sometimes you step on a rock that is not strong. You slip and fall. But that fall is not the end. You can stand up and climb again. Failure is like that. It is not a wall that blocks you. It is only a step that tests you. If you keep climbing, you will reach the top. Failure makes life rich. If life had no failure, it would be boring. Success would mean nothing if it was too easy. Failure makes success sweet. When you finally win after many tries, you feel proud. You feel joy. Failure gives life meaning. It makes us humble. It makes us grateful. It makes us human. Failure is not the end. Failure is part of the road to success. It teaches us lessons, builds our strength, and prepares us for the future. Everyone fails, but not everyone stands up again. Be the person who stands up. When you fail, do not say, "This is the end." Say, "This is a lesson. I will try again." Remember, the only true failure is to stop trying. As long as you keep moving, you have not failed. You are growing. You are learning. You are living. So, never fear failure. Welcome it. Learn from it. Use it. Because failure is not the end. It is the beginning of something greater.